It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you to every single one of y'all who has subscribed to the channel, who has been taking out the time to watch the videos, like the videos, and leave the comments. Listen, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. If you have not already subscribed to the channel and you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Encourage others to subscribe to the channel. Pass the word about Rashawn's About Time Boxing, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you can stay up on the latest with Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Gervanta Tank Davis versus Cruz. Yeah, I'm speaking on it now. I wanted to wait before I did my video to speak on it because I knew it was going to be a whole lot of negative nonsense and a bunch of, people with their opinions about how they think the fight went. Now already there's a lot of people out there. See, this is why I wanted to wait to put my video out there, because I just wanted to see how many people was really going to say that Tank lost that fight. It's sad that a lot of people is out here saying that Tank lost that fight. Gervanta Davis did not lose that damn fight. You heard me? He didn't lose that fight. See, this is the thing. Now, I've done videos in the past talking about Gervanta Davis, and I said that he does not get the credit that he deserves for his boxing skill. I said that many a times. I said he don't get the credit that he deserves for his boxing skills. I keep telling y'all, Gervanta Davis is a really good boxer. See, but the problem is, a lot of y'all is used to seeing him knocking people out. And so now that he's boxing and he's displaying his skills, now all of a sudden people want to say he lost the fight. Why? Because y'all didn't see the knockout he lost? See, and again, and I talk about that too. It's no different with Mike Tyson. And I said this before, when Mike Tyson was knocking everybody out, everybody wanted to see him fight. But then when people started, paying to see Mike fight, and they go to the bathroom or the concession stand and come back, and they like, all right, did they come out yet? Oh, the fight's over. What? Man, that was a waste of my money. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Man, Mike can't go the distance, man. That's why he knocking everybody out. And y'all said the same thing about Tank. That's why he knocking everybody out, because he can't really box. I've been telling y'all, see, again, this is why I keep saying it's a difference between just being a fan of the sport and actually understanding the sport and understanding the different styles of fighters. Gervanta Davis is a great boxer. I don't care what y'all say. I know someone tomorrow, oh, no, wait a minute. He could box a little bit, but he ain't great. Gervanta Davis is a great boxer. See, the problem is, when most of the people watch him fight, they just waiting to see the knockout come. So y'all not paying attention to the rounds that lead up to the knockout, the rounds that he's actually boxing before he knocked them out. Now, I thought that, he would catch Cruz late in the fight, but nope, he hurt his hand. Some of y'all saying he faked the injury. His hand wasn't really hurt. Was y'all that man's hand inside his gloves? Was y'all in that ring with him? No, y'all wasn't. So y'all can talk that stuff all y'all want. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Y'all can take that somewhere else. He hurt his hand. And again, what did he show? What do I usually talk about in a lot of my videos with fighters? Being able to do what? Adapt and adjust. And Gervanta Davis did them both. He was able to, when he hurt his hand, he was able to adapt and he was able to adjust, and he finished the fight with one hand. One hand. So he showed too that his defense is good. A lot of people said his defense is weak. He don't got a good defense. What the hell do some of y'all people be watching? Are y'all watching boxing? See, again, some of y'all get so caught up in just watching a fight just to see the knockout. So y'all not paying attention to everything else that he's doing. His defense, his offense, controlling the fight, the tempo, making the fighters fight his fight, boxing, jabbing, moving, turning him. Y'all not watching that stuff. Gervonta Davis is an excellent boxer. I've said this from the beginning. Nobody wanted to listen. And so now, because he didn't knock out Cruz, y'all saying he lost the fight? That is so disrespectful. I thought Gervonta displayed excellent, beautiful boxing skill. And he showed that he can box. Because I said before too, sometimes you can't always get the knockout. So if you can't get the knockout, you got to be able to do other things. Because Cruz was coming forward. Most fighters would have folded under that pressure, but Gervonta didn't. He stayed poised. He maintained his composure. He didn't panic not one time in the fight. He was on cruise control the whole time, while cruising to that decision, that win, that he won convincingly. And I know a lot of y'all gonna leave them comments talking about, yo, bro, yeah, you blind. Oh, you can't see. Y'all need to go back and watch that fight another time or two or three or four. Y'all need to really watch that fight. See, the difference between me and some of y'all is I don't just watch fights. I study both the fighters, the styles, everything about them, how they move, the offense, the defense. I watch the preparation that goes into the fight. I look at stuff from when they were in the amateurs, when they were young. This way you could see these things developing and unfolding. So when they get to that apex level, you're not surprised because you already know. And I already knew that Tank could box. Even as an amateur, he could box. Nobody wanted to give him credit for it, though. That's sad. That's because y'all just like to see him knocking people out. Until that knockout come when y'all feel like y'all wasted y'all money. Then all of a sudden, oh, he can't go to this and he can't do this, he can't do that. Y'all criticize them for getting Gamboa out late in the fight. If he got rid of Gamboa late in the fight, what does that tell you? He wasn't really looking for the knockout, but when it came, he took advantage of it. See, again, this is what I be talking about. See, a lot of y'all ain't never been inside that ring. Y'all don't know what it's like when you got another body constantly stalking you, and you got to constantly move around. And some people don't know how to reserve their energy, so they exert a lot of unnecessary energies, which causes them to not be able to perform at that top level, thus causing them to make mistakes, and they end up getting caught. See, Gervonta knows how he knew how to preserve himself. When he hurt his hand, he didn't panic. You didn't even hear him complain. He just went out there and did what he needed to do to win the fight. And he finished the fight with one hand. But he still don't get no credit for that, because y'all didn't see him knock this guy out or even knock him down. You're not going to be able to knock every fighter out or knock every fighter down. It just, again, if you don't understand the sport, you don't understand boxing. If you've never boxed, you've never been in that ring, you never trained, you never felt them gloves. You can't just go in there with reckless abandon. There's a lot of preparation, and you talking about at the highest level. We ain't talking about no fighting in no park or no recreational centers. And this is no insult to the young amateurs who was going through those phases now, so that one day they'll get to that level, but they understand it's a process. Gervonta Davis is fighting and performing at the highest level. And y'all can say what y'all want. Gervonta Davis is a hell of a fighter. Hell of a fighter. Patient, poised, skilled, talented. All those things. Whether y'all agree with what I'm saying or not, I'm telling y'all the truth. And if y'all go back and look at this kid from when he was the amateurs, watch him all the way up until now, y'all have a newfound respect for him. For those of y'all who don't respect what he's done and what he's doing. See, he's a superstar for a reason. He's a draw for a reason. It's the reason he fought at the Staples Center and Teofimo Lopez fought in the Hulu Theater. See, he's being marketed and promoted the right way. And based on his performances, he gave those type of performances that people wanted to see. Crowd-pleasing performances. Crowd-pleasing performances. What does that entail? Don't just entail just knockouts all the time. They don't say that stuff about Canelo. Y'all want to criticize him. Y'all want to say he lost to Isaac Cruz, but y'all give Canelo credit for fighting Avni Yildirim and then picking this cruiserweight guy that he's going to fight now, and then for fighting guys like Rocky Fielding, and then picking, y'all praise him for that and talking about Canelo was so dope. Canelo is a dope fighter. He is good. I told y'all that too. Yes, Canelo is a great fighter. But y'all don't crash down on him the way y'all do on Gervonta Davis when Canelo fight lesser opposition. Y'all look for ways to keep stacking him up. But we want to tear down fighters like Tank. I mean, come on, man. He worked hard too. And if you want to be at the highest level, your work is even harder. Watch the videos. Listen to Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, and them guys who performed, Manny Pacquiao, who fought at the highest level for the longest time. And the work that, that entails. That work is, man, just like Floyd used to say, man, look, I do 3 a days. When y'all start doing 3 a days, talk to me. Because, see, it takes a lot of hard work just to get to that level. But it takes even more and even that much more harder work to stay at that level. So for those who say Gervonta Davis lost that fight to Isaac Cruz, come on, y'all know better than that. Stop it. Round after round after round. I'm not saying that Isaac Cruz didn't win some rounds. He came to fight. He was game. I tip my hat to Isaac Cruz. Respect to him. Because he came to fight. Yes, he tried to take advantage of that opportunity. And his style that he came with, that come forward, rugged, rough style, forced Tank to display the boxing skill that a lot of y'all said he did not have. Because most people don't know how to keep fighters like Isaac Cruz off of them when they're constantly coming forward. You got to be special to be able to do stuff like that. You got to be able to box, stick and move and be able to turn and, defend and all that, slip and move and, you know what I mean? And tie them up when necessary. People talking about grabbing and holding. Man, please. All fighters grab and hold or tie up fighters. I call it strategic. Because sometimes you have to do that. If it's going to pull your opposition off their game plan, then you tie them up and you hold them. When I used to box people, sometimes I would do it, tie and hold them, frustrate them, get reset, and then, try to get the advantage. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Muhammad Ali used to grab and hold the fighters. He'd come in there, stick them with a right hand lead. Zip, dip, 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 boom, right hand lead or left hook, boom. Jab, then tie him up. There's nothing wrong with that. Gervonta Davis fought a very smart and strategic fight. See, that's what it was. But y'all saying he lost because he was being smart? Because he was being smart, he lost? Because he was being smart and strategic? Man, he ain't win that fight. Bull Cruz beat him. No. Somebody texted my phone and said the same thing. Man, Tank ain't looking too good. Like, that's because you don't know that he can actually box, and he's boxing. Man, Tank lost that fight. No, he didn't lose that fight. Again, that's another person because instead of watching the skill and watching him box and watching how he was controlling the fight at times, because Isaac Cruz had his moments too. Again, he had his moments. I'm not taking nothing from Cruz. But when you're just watching the fight, just waiting, all right, the knockout gonna come now. 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 Here come the knockout. It's coming. The knockout come. You just waiting for the knockout. You're not watching nothing else. You might be eating a snack, drinking some juice, water, whatever. The fight is on. You just know that it's on. You're not paying attention to everything that's going on in the fight because you just looking for that one knockout. Then when the knockout comes, oh, then everybody want to be like, yo, you seen him? You seen the knockout? You seen the knockout? But guess what? If Tank would have knocked Isaac Cruz out, you know what everybody would have been saying? Man, you know what I mean? Bull wasn't supposed to be fighting him originally anyway. He was supposed to fight Rolly. You know, Bull took the fight on short notice. So y'all would have, either way, y'all would have still tried to find some kind of way to discredit Tank winning. So if Tank would have knocked him out, Bull took the fight on short notice. He should have never been in there. He was a small guy. Tank was a little bigger than him. He should have never. Y'all would have said all that stuff. But because he was smart and used his skill, that I've been saying once again that he has, that a lot of y'all saying he don't. So because he boxed and controlled the fight, and even though, yes, Isaac Cruz had his moments, but Tank boxed. He knew how, and he knew what adjustments he needed to make to keep that man like up off him. He knew when to tie him up. You know what I mean? When to use the ring, when to use it, when to use his jab, the straight left. You know what I mean? Or the right hook. Boom. He fought a very beautiful, smart, strategic fight. Give the kid some credit. Come on. Don't take that away from me. Because a lot of y'all would have tore him down if he would have knocked Cruz out. Bull shouldn't have been in there. He took the fight. He ain't have a full camp. All this stuff people would have been saying. But Isaac Cruz, he came to win. He ain't come to lay down. He came to really try to win the fight. And him coming with that aggressive style forced Tank to have to keep his composure, stay poised, and think. Just like Roger Mayweather always used to say, thinking man's game. Boxing. They used to tell Floyd that all the time. Thinking man's game. Keep turning him. Box his ass. Boxing. Tank boxed. And because he boxed, he lost. I mean, come on. And I know what some of y'all gonna say, but leave the comments. You know what I mean? Don't forget though, subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this for the first time, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Like this video. Hit that notification bell. Leave those comments. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think because Tank boxed he lost the fight? You know what I mean? Those of y'all who feel like he lost, how do y'all feel? Why? Why y'all feel like he lost the fight? But for those of y'all who know that he won, you know what I mean? Drop those comments. I want to hear that too. But I definitely want to hear those of y'all who feel like he lost the fight. Why y'all feel like he lost the fight? Because he didn't knock the guy out, so he got to knock out everybody to convincingly win a fight. For y'all to see that he convincingly won, he got to knock people out all the time. Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Share this video. Hit that notification bell. Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Leave them comments. Let me know what y'all think. Gervanta Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz. Tank won the fight. Period. Point blank. But for those of y'all who think he didn't, drop them comments. For those of y'all who felt like he won, drop them comments. Let's talk about it.